If it wasn't for places like Twitter, Hate It or Love It, I wouldn't be finding out about a lot of these stories. And of course, with my Discord as well. So I was scrolling through Twitter and I said, I wonder what this is all about. Y'all probably like, what am I looking at? I'm seeing a picture of a bunch of broken plates, turned over chairs, turned over tables. And on another picture, you had people looking like they were the ones responsible for what you see in the picture on the left. Well, apparently, this is an Asian American owned restaurant, and it was destroyed by this teen gang members. Now, get this. If you guess that the teens in this picture on the right were not black, you would get the little gold star because they aren't. As a matter of fact, these teens come from two groups. South of the Borderians and Asians. Yes, they vandalized and tore up this Asian-owned restaurant in New York. Now, here's the kicker, too. What shocked me the most about this story, more than anything, is the fact of who reported it. I'm going to be reading this story from a website called ASAM News, which stands for AsianAmericanNews.com. Yes, they are the ones that are reporting on this, not another lamestream media outlet. As a matter of fact, I don't even think many lamestream media outlets have even gotten wind of this story. Now, this happened on March 4th. I'm recording this on March 9th. This article was written on March 7th. 3 whole days after the event. Now, I'm willing to bet if any of these teenagers was black, they would have reported on it probably within the hour or some time before the day was over with. But they dragged their feet when they found out who it was. But with that being said, let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. A group of teenagers vandalizing an Asian restaurant called Fish Village in College Point was caught on video and posted online. According to an NYPD report obtained by ASM News, or Asian American News, the teenagers entered the restaurant on Saturday at March 4th at approximately 8:20 p.m. They damaged plates of food, dishware, and a large window. They all fled on 127th Street. There are currently no arrests and the investigation is ongoing. ABC 7 New York reports that the ransacking occurred at Fish Village at College Point. The news outlet spoke to the manager, Tony Hu, through a translator, who described the teenagers as mostly Asian and south of the Borderian. ASM News is incorporated. I was about to read something else. I was about to read their little mission statement, but that's pretty much it. That's the whole article right there. It's a very short piece. Not much more to go on than that. And I can tell there's probably video that goes along with it. If there is, I won't play it on here. You can go and find that at your own leisure. But looking at this, you pretty much get the gist of what occurred. Where is Charlie Cheon, Juju Chang, Michelle Malcolm, Andy No, that Asian Crime Report page? Where are the usual suspects for them at? Since they want to say that black people are the ones that's going around terrorizing Asian people. You have South of the Borderian and your own committing crimes against you. Would this be considered partially Asian on Asian crime? I say partially because it wasn't just Asian teenagers that were there. We keep telling people, on a serious note, that there is a such thing as proximity crime. If anyone's going to do the most crime to each other, it would be the people within that group. That's why we hate that terminology of black on black crime, because that's making it seem like we are the only ones that commit crimes against each other. And it's so sad and upsetting and pathetic that you have other black people out here that buy into that narrative. And then when you point out that other groups do the same thing, they say, well, I'm not talking about other groups. That's a deflection. Yes, we know that there's proximity crime amongst black people, but it's not just black people. To say that is absurd. And when we call them out on it to say something about this or say something about another incident, when it's white on white crime or Borderian on Borderian crime or Asian on Asian crime, they never say it. These are some of the same people that didn't speak about the 2 shootings that happened in California back in January either. Because the targets of those individuals were Asian, just like the shooters were as well. But they don't want to talk about that. A lot of these mass shooters that happen are done at the hands mainly by white males, and a lot of them tend to be against other white people, especially if it's a school. Now, if it's a location, a lot of times they will tend to be people of another group, such as what Peyton Gendron did or what Dylan Roof did. Now, that was racially motivated. But they don't want to talk about this because they have to stick to, oh, black people destroying their own communities. Well, these teenagers are Asian. Aren't they destroying their own community, or at least the establishment that's owned by them? My thing is this. If you're going to have outrage for something that black people do that you constantly want to talk about, then you need to have outrage for all. But I understand you got to get your clicks and views somehow, and the only way you can do it is by punching down on black people. I get the grift. I get it. You got to get views. You got to get paid. And what better way to do it than to use black people as the punching bag? Because talking about this doesn't pay the bills. Talking about this does not get you views. Talking about this doesn't get you a subscriber boost. But I could care less about that. It's the fact that this is happening and too many people want to turn a blind eye to it. But keep the focus on us to make it seem like we are like the worst people in this establishment. My thing is this: if we snapped our fingers today and black people just disappeared like in Infinity War, who they gonna point the finger of blame at then next? They gonna find another group, and it's probably gonna be the ones that was trying to punch down at us. They're gonna look to the next minority group, which will probably be them south of the Borderians, because they want to do this black and brown unity crap or coalition or whatever you want to call it that doesn't exist. That mythical black and brown ish.